villain since day one. You have laughed at me and Phaedra and any other woman on the sofa who you felt threatened by from the very beginning. And then now you're the victim. That's really confusing to me. And that's ridiculous and it's irritating.
All right, y'all, let's get into it. The Real Housewives of Atlanta Season 16 reunion started off just like every other year. Everyone showed up looking flawless, full glam, fresh hairstyles, heels clicking, and those classic "I'm smiling but I don't really like you" faces. You know the look. That fake friendly energy you can almost feel through the screen. But this time, that vibe didn't last long.
Talk about the newbies. There were a couple of moments in the latest episode of the Real Housewives of Atlanta that actually gave me hope for the future of Atlanta, more specifically Kelli and Angela. But this moment where Kelli is getting a call from Porsha and Porsha's like, "I'm sick, I can't come." I don't believe Porsha was sick. "I can't come." And Kelli says to her, "Girl, take everything, just not someone's man."
Everything, girl, just don't take nobody else's man.
Cohen barely finished welcoming everyone before things took a wild turn. The tension was thick right out the gate. He had just started with a simple question, the usual kind, "How do y'all feel about the season?" when Kelli turned to Porsha and dropped a bombshell. And let me tell you, it wasn't shade. It was a direct hit. She said, plain and bold, "Girl, you spent the whole season pretending to be happy while planning your divorce." The entire room froze. Like, mouths hanging open. Even the cameras seemed to pause for a second. Porsha gave one of those tight, fake laughs, the kind that comes right before someone loses their cool. She turned slowly to Kelli and said, "You don't know a damn thing about my marriage or my life."
Same thing, but go ahead.
We both in kind said that our husbands were putting our divorce documents online. We loved our husbands and we had to leave it for certain financial reasons.
Hold on, I was married for 11 years. You were married for 11 months. Like, let's not compare apples to peaches.
Okay, that's fine. So mine didn't count.
The thing is, I don't think that you should compare my divorce to your divorce.
I did not compare my divorce to yours. Number one, we're two women going through a divorce.
Absolutely.
Fighting for our life.
Well, I was fighting literally and financially. So
okay,
absolutely.
Kelli, I think I've made my point.
That's fine. You can make it.
Sip your champagne and be quiet before you get checked. And boom, the reunion officially became a battlefield. Now, here's the thing, what Bravo showed on TV. That was just the tip of the iceberg. What happened when the cameras weren't rolling? Way worse. Behind the scenes, producers were scrambling, the cast was whispering in corners, and Kelli? She came ready. Like, really ready. She had receipts and not just vague stories.
What's your name again?
My name? I think you know my name. But go
My
ahead.
first time meeting you.
Good.
Anything else you want to know besides that? Like, what's your last name?
Well, I think you know my last name.
How do you know me?
I don't know you.
I'm just asking a simple question. So that's how you begin to get to know someone?
I said it to Shamia.
I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God, whoa, whoa. Kelli can be a little spicy, but that's my girl.
We're talking screenshots, emails, maybe even audio. Enough to make Andy himself sit up straight. So let's break it all down. At first, it looked like any other reunion. Andy threw out that same soft question to get the ball rolling. Porsha answered with her usual media-trained lines about growth, lessons learned, and sisterhood. All the usual stuff. But then Kelli came in swinging. With her signature smirk, she cut Porsha off and said again, "Let's not pretend. You spent this whole season acting like your marriage was fine when you were already planning the divorce."
So my question was, why did she take that woman's husband?
That cannot be your opening line. Go rewrite it. That was not it.
Porsha's response? Calm but ice cold. "You don't know anything about my life." But Kelli wasn't done. She shot back with, "Sweetheart, your ex was sliding into my DMs before y'all even filed. Don't try me." You could hear a pin drop. Even Andy looked like he didn't know what to say, and let's be real, that almost never happens. Turns out, a few days before the reunion aired, Kelli posted something on her Instagram story that now makes a lot more sense. It said, "He was in my inbox." Your move, sis. Back then, people thought it was about something random, but now? It's clear she meant Simon, Porsha's ex. And if that wasn't enough chaos, Porsha pulled out a folder. Yup. She came with her own receipts too. She said Kelli had been leaking private legal documents about her divorce stuff like prenup details, real estate info, and financial accounts to gossip blogs. According to Porsha, those papers came straight from her legal team. She even showed email timestamps and texts that seemed to link Kelli to the leaks. 2 different gossip sites posted exact info that wasn't public at the time, and now we know why. Fans had already suspected someone close to Porsha had been feeding the blogs. Looks like they were right. Andy tried to regain control, but it was already too far gone. This wasn't a reunion anymore, it felt like a court case. Porsha told Kelli, "You tried to ruin my name for clicks, and this isn't over." After the cameras cut, Porsha stormed off, yanked off her mic, and headed straight to the producers. Sources say she was furious, accusing them of setting her up. She said they knew what Kelli was going to bring up and didn't stop her. Meanwhile, Kelli just sat there. Calm. Waiting. Like she was ready for round 2. And then came the leak. Just hours after the reunion aired, audio leaked online that sounded a lot like Porsha shouting backstage. She was yelling at Andy and the crew, accusing them of letting things get out of hand. She even threatened not to show up for the next taping if certain parts weren't cut. Bravo hasn't officially said it was her, but fans recognized the voice and energy right away. Things were so tense that producers had security hang around for the rest of filming. That's how serious it got. After a short break, Porsha came back, but she didn't back down. She stared Kelli right in the face and brought up Simon again. She claimed Kelli had been acting friendly while secretly digging into Simon's past and feeding info to producers and blogs. But Kelli wasn't shaken. She clapped back and said Porsha knew Simon had problems and was just trying to do damage control with her divorce storyline. Then came the next shocker. Kelli pulled out her phone. She claimed that on a girls' trip to Cabo, Porsha got a little too close to a Bravo security guard. And yes, she had proof. Screenshots, flirty texts, even what looked like a photo of Porsha in a hotel robe. She didn't show everything, but what she did reveal was enough to make the room go dead silent. Kenya raised her eyebrows and whispered, "This is getting good." Drew looked down and didn't say a word, which fans noticed right away. Online, people were saying, Drew's silence said everything. When Andy asked if Drew remembered anything odd about the Cabo trip, she tried to act confused. But Kelli wasn't letting it slide. She said, "Girl, you were right there when she called him fine." And just like that, Drew shut down completely. People on social media were dragging Drew for trying to play neutral. Meanwhile, behind the scenes, producers were in shock. One insider said, "We didn't expect Kelli to carry the whole reunion." There's even talk that Kelli's about to get a full-time peach next season. Her name trended in the top 5 the night it aired, while Porsha's future with the show suddenly looks shaky. And just when you thought it was over, Kelli got caught on a hot mic saying, "Porsha's lucky I didn't bring the video receipts." Yup, not texts. Videos. She claims to have backups, screen recordings, and iPhone videos saved in her iCloud. That set off alarms with producers. If she really does have private videos and they were recorded without permission, it could get Bravo in legal trouble. Word is, they told her to drop it fast. But fans already heard enough to be curious. So now the big question, is Porsha coming back for part 2 of the reunion? She stormed off mid-filming, and the energy said she might not return. If Kelli does have video proof, Porsha may just walk away from the whole thing. For real this time. And honestly, if even half of what Kelli said is true, this could flip the entire cast. Who do you believe? Let's see what happens in part 2. You know we'll be watching. And honestly y'all, if this was just part 1 of the reunion, can you even imagine what part 2 is gonna look like? Let's be real, this wasn't just some petty drama over who said what in a confessional. This was deep. We're talking legal threats, exposed text messages, secret DMs, leaked documents, and now possibly actual videos hiding in someone's iCloud just waiting to be dropped. It's giving reality TV meets courtroom drama, and Kelli? She's not playing games. She came prepared, locked and loaded. Whether you love her or can't stand her, you gotta admit she owned that stage. Meanwhile, Porsha, one of the show's OG queens, seemed totally caught off guard. And that storm off? That wasn't for show. She looked genuinely hurt, betrayed, and maybe even blindsided by the people behind the scenes. So now the big question is, what's next? Will Porsha come back for the rest of the reunion? Is she going to sit across from Kelli again, knowing there might be video receipts out there? Or has this gone too far for her? Because if Kelli really isn't bluffing, if she's holding on to footage that could embarrass or expose Porsha, it could change everything. Not just for the cast, but for the entire future of the Real Housewives of Atlanta. Let's not forget, Bravo is watching everything. Social media reactions, trending topics, fan theories, all of it. There's already talk of a cast shakeup, and the leaked email about a post-reunion review only adds fuel to that fire. Will Kelli get her peach? Will Porsha walk away for good? Could Drew be on the chopping block too after that Cabo silence? All eyes are on Bravo right now. And y'all, this drama goes beyond the screen. It's the kind that makes headlines, sparks think pieces, and gets folks arguing on Twitter at 2 a.m. That's how real it feels. So here's what I want to know, who do you believe? Is Kelli exposing the truth or just stirring the pot for attention? Is Porsha the victim of a setup or just trying to protect her image? And what role did Bravo really play behind the scenes? Drop your thoughts in the comments, because I know this one's gonna get heated. And don't forget, part 2 of the reunion is on the way, and we will be breaking it all the way down the minute it drops. So if you want all the tea, the updates, the receipts, and my unfiltered reactions, make sure you hit that like button, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss a thing. This season might be wrapping up, but trust me, the fallout is just getting started. I'll see y'all in the next video. Stay messy, stay curious, and as always, stay tuned.